Welcome to the Dynasty YT, this is your King Shay speaking. Welcome back to another episode of In the Mind. This time we're going to be specifically talking about trading. Now, there's going to be three very important ways to trade, and that's number one is power spikes. So mainly it's about going in on level 2 before they can get level 2, or maybe your level 6 power spike is really powerful. So that's pretty simple, fairly simple. So that's something you should take advantage of, even though it's a pretty small window. Number 2 is when the other person is going for a CS. Now this usually means probably getting a little bit of 1 or 2 auto attacks off, or maybe a spell rotation off. It's not really meant to go in for the kill. It's meant to whittle them down every time they go for a minion, and maybe eventually go in for the kill. And finally, number 3 mainly pertains to the bot lane. This is when you can fight 1v2, and I'm not talking about when one of the lane opponents is out of lane or something like that. I'm talking about when you have a very small window of opportunity to fight the other team 1v2. And I'll just go a little bit more detail later in this video. Now let's go a little bit more in depth of the 3 different ways to go for a trade. So now, the first one, the power spike one, we obviously have a power spike as Leona Graves. The classic laning of Leona Graves, right? Super amazing power spike at level 6. I'm not even level 6 here, and I'm going to go in for a really hard trade right here. So as you saw, Leona or Caitlyn used her net in order to dodge my E. But then I know that my E is going to be on a very short cooldown, a shorter cooldown than him. So I have a small window to be able to go in for the kill. Notice how I went in as soon as she went in for a minion kill. Now this obviously goes hand in hand with number 2. So she went in for a minion kill. She's focused on that minion kill rather than focusing dodging my E. And then we're able to go in, catch her out, and then get the kill. You also want to make sure that you don't want to make it too obvious that you want to go in, right? So I'm still standing behind that minion line, but I'm close enough where once she starts to go for an auto attack, I can walk up just like a hair unit forward, use my EQ combo, and then be able to kill her. It was a good catch. Unfortunately, it wasn't a clean catch, right? We had to burn flash for it. If we were a little bit more coordinated, Graves would have been able to save his Q for when I went in instead of using it for a couple minion kills. But regardless, we were able to get the 2 kills onto them and then establish lane dominance. So here's just a quick one. I know that Vayne doesn't have flash because we invaded at level 1 and then we burned Vayne's flash. So right here with Sivir, I want to be able to hit level 2 extremely quickly and then use my flash in order to kill him. Right, so I flash right onto him, punch him in the air, hold him back so that the Sivir can get full damage onto him and then be able to kill him. So the second point in trading is going in for a trade when the other person is going for a CS. So really quickly before I touch upon that, I wore the brush, noticed that Nautilus isn't in lane, so I'm just going to walk up to him and get some free hits onto him. Randomly, Nautilus is helping Lisa in jungle for some reason, but I'm going to go walk up to him, use my 6-3 AD to my advantage, and then cause him to use a potion because he's at half health, right? I have 3 potions. Why not? Why not go for in the trades and then successfully win them, right? So now, this sets the tone for the rest of the laning phase, right? He goes in for this minion kill right here, and I punish him for it, right? Yes, he get one's minion kill, but then there goes like 10-15% of his health, right? If we were a little bit coordinated with our bot lane synergy, then we would have probably been able to kill him. So right here, when he goes for this minion kill, Sivir could have easily loaded up a boomerang from the side to get full damage onto it, and then we're probably able to kill him, right? I slow him down, a full boomerang and maybe 1 auto attack, definitely at the very least burns his summoners, right? And obviously, best case scenario, we get the kill, all because he wanted to get a minion kill. I just want to emphasize on this point where going in for a trade when the other person is going in for a minion kill is probably one of the best ways to trade, because if they're vulnerable to an attack, right? They're so focused on getting that minion kill, you can use a couple spell rotations or a couple autos to be able to win the trade. This is probably one of my favorite ways to go in for a trade, right? But you want to be careful because you want to time your trades well in order to not receive too much damage in return. And I'll show you in this next clip. So in this clip, the enemy Sona picks the wrong time to go in for a trade, right? She wants to harass him for a Qs, but she goes in a time where we have no minions to kill, right? Where we can focus completely onto Sona, and we're able to get the two autos on her, proc the W passive on Callista, and then take a lot of health off of Sona for basically nothing in return. The same concept can be said about something else, not just for the enemy team focusing on a minion kill, but it could also be something for objectives like Dragon, Baron, any of the buffs, or even, in this example, a health relic in ARAM. So they're going to be heal baited right here into getting the health relic, and then we're able to go in for a massive wombo combo and then win this team fight. Now, let's talk about our final point, and the most complicated one, I think, is pertaining to the bot lane, is when you're fighting a 2v1 against the enemy team. Now, yes, it's a 2v2 lane, but you want to find moments where it's a 2v1 in a very brief moment and then be able to win the trade. So for this example, this is perfect right here. So we're going to let this play out. Sona is going to go in for a trade right here when Draven can't react to it. So Draven is going to auto attack this minion and go in for to catch his axe, right? Sona wants to go in for a trade. So she goes into this brush, right? And look how far away Draven is, and then she can't effectively, he can't effectively help Sona out in time. So in this very brief moment, it's a 2v1. So we go in for the trade, win the trade pretty hard. Now Sona actually backs out, and then Draven comes in. So now it's again another 2v1, this time against Draven. So we're gonna go in for it. I'm gonna use a couple more cooldowns and then catch him off guard. Again, like I said, it was two 2v1s in a 2v2 lane. It's a little bit confusing, but when you get a hang of it, when you understand that you have opportunities to make it a 2v1, then yes, you go in for the trades. So this makes Sona burn both heal and flash. It made Sona burn heal, and then for some reason Callista used heal, but regardless, it used a lot of summoners on the enemy team because we found the opportunity to go in for a 2v1. And therefore, we're able to play a little bit more aggressive in this lane now because they're lacking in a summoner. We go in for a hard trade because with my exhaust, we definitely get the kill. Burns Draven's flash. Unfortunately, we're able to get the kill because I think Callista canceled her auto attack. We're able to get the kill on Sona because we miscalculated the damage on Callista's passive on her W. And instead of getting a double kill, we forced them out of lane. It's still pretty good because Callista goes back for a Vamp Scepter, gets some really nice lifesteal against the Sona lane, and then Draven's only able to get a Doran's Blade. Now I can go on and on about trading, about the level 2 power spikes, about going for the minion kills and stuff like that. I can go on and on, but that video would be way too long. So hopefully these examples were enough and I explained it well enough to where you guys learn something and able to win trades a little bit more efficiently. So if you guys liked it and learned something, remember to leave a comment, like the video, even subscribe. That would be awesome. Thank you guys for coming out Dynasty, and I'll see you guys next time.